Climeworks in Iceland manufactures fans that suck the carbon dioxide from the air, liquefy the gas and pump it deep underground where it hardens into the rocks below. The filters remove the single biggest cause of climate change from the atmosphere and render it harmless. Faced with the growing incidence of freak weather around the world and an almost complete consensus on cause and effect, the prognosis agreed by UN climate scientists representing the planet is bleaker than ever.
The science is clear. To keep the 1.5 degree limit agreed in Paris within reach, we need to cut global emissions by 45% this decade. But current climate pledges would mean a 14% increase in emissions. And most major emitters are not taking the steps needed to fulfill even these inadequate promises. Climate activists are sometimes depicted as dangerous radicals. But the truly dangerous radicals are the countries that are increasing the production of fossil fuels. Investing in new fossil fuel infrastructure is moral and economic madness.
The deliberations at events like COP26 in Glasgow last year are still riddled with politics and national interests. Even Monday's report needs the sign-off of 195 member states. Even so, with 1.5 degrees still a remote ambition, there's a growing acceptance that technology has to play not just a part, but a leadership role. Climate capture currently removes 10,000 tons of CO2 a year from the atmosphere. That's dwarfed by global emissions of 36 billion tons.
Scaling up is the very biggest problem we've got.
The Centre for Climate Change Repair in Cambridge is focusing on regenerating the oceans. 70% of the world's surface that historically, through shallow biomass like plankton, sucked the CO2 from the air above.
We've got to go and think about and work very hard at regenerating the oceans. So, for example, whales certain species are less than 1% of what they were historically. And the whales provide an important function in bringing nutrients from depth and getting them to the surface. That nutrient cycling is really no longer operating as it used to, which means there's a lot less phytoplankton growing at the surface, and therefore the function of the whole ecosystem has been decimated.
As the noose tightens, the plans become more ambitious. From forests to carbon capture, from regenerating the ocean populations to reflecting the summer sun with whiter clouds. Science is scrabbling for solutions. The call to action takes its place alongside a pandemic, an energy crisis, but the bleakest message of all is that it is now or never. Andrew Wilson, CGTN.